What a game of football that was. Hey, God, I beg. What a game of football that was. Hello, my guys. Welcome to another episode of the Microwave Kicks. What a match that was. First of all, the weather was against us. It took us 4 hours and 36 minutes to finish that game. 4 hours and 36 minutes. Like, you had to see, that's like the duration of 2 games. 2 games in one. So, shout out to Chelsea for picking up a victory against Benfica, a stubborn side in Benfica. But how are we going to start without talking about this man? Take a look at this man. This man. Shout out to the referee because he was the man of the match, obviously. The referee was the man of the match. Like, this is clear. Just as the Red Sea divided, that was how clear the corruption, the fraud of a referee was. How was that a penalty for crying out loud? How was that a penalty? See, this referee has been against Chelsea from the first half. I noticed it from the very first half. Some of Cucurella tackles, some of the tackles of these players are not hard. Some of these tackles, and the players will kick the ball. The referee will blow against them. So tell me, how was that a penalty? A player that was not even looking at the ball. A player that doesn't even know where the ball was at the time. He contested for the ball. His hand was up and he was looking for the ball and the ball hit his hand. How can this be a penalty, for God's sake? This reminded me of this picture. Now take a look at this. This reminded me of Drogba and Chelsea Barcelona 2009. This is the exact same thing that happened. Like, what was that, for crying out loud? What was that? It was clear. See, the referee was not even hiding it. It was very, very clear. It's sad to see something like this, and this is what I talk about most of the time. Referees need to be accountable. Referees need to give interviews. Referees need to defend their decisions sometimes. Because what was the meaning of this performance? I'm not talking about the fact that I'm a Chelsea fan. I'm talking about the fact that it can happen to any team, and that was clear. I'm not just talking about the penalty. I'm talking about multiple calls that has gone against Chelsea from the very first half. Multiple calls. Yes, he gave Benfica a red card towards the end of the game. Fine. It was clear. It was a clear red card because the guy had like 3 tackles already, or close to 4. It was a red card. I understand that fact. But how long are we going to continue like this? The referee today was shambolic. I don't want to waste too much time concerning the referee today, but the referee today was very, very shambolic. It was bad. But kudos to Chelsea and kudos to Nkunku. Kudos to Nkunku because he gave the Chelsea the winning goal. Yes, the game ended 4-1. But that goal from Nkunku solidified and sealed everything for Chelsea. Because at that point, Chelsea was already comfortable, winning the game. Because even after the red card for Benfica, they still played. They still played up well until they considered that goal from Nkunku. So shout out to Nkunku. Even if he did not do anything for Chelsea anymore, even if this is your last appearance, I am satisfied that yes, you gave us this victory. You gave us that winning goal. That particular goal Chelsea needed to qualify for the quarterfinals. Then after the goal, another goal from Dewsbury-Hall, Neto sealed it up for Chelsea. Another goal from Dewsbury-Hall and from Neto sealed it up for Chelsea. But it was a very, very good game. Now let's start with the first half. Maresca. Yes. Maresca started with a different plan entirely. Maresca started with a different, with a different style of play, with a different players playing in different positions. Now, let's start with Palmer. Palmer was playing from the left-hand side. He had to play Caicedo, Enzo, and Lavia in midfield. Then he played Neto on the left. That's on the right, rather. So, at that point, Chelsea took over the midfield. Chelsea took the game to Benfica. Chelsea took the game to Benfica. I know there was no much of... Chelsea didn't create too much chance from the middle, but Cucurella had so many chances in the first half. Even the Benfica goalkeeper saved 7 shots from Chelsea in the very first half. 7 shots from Chelsea. So it was a very, very good victory for Chelsea overall. Then the first half, Maresca, no. That particular style of play took some players time to actually adapt. Some players were not in the game. Obviously. Some players were not in the game. So the formations, for me, I know he is trying to, play against how Benfica think were going to come. But that aside, in the first half, there was no end product at all. There was no end products at all. Like, the chances that was created, the lap was out of the game. The chances that was created, there was no end product. We had so many chances to kill off this game, to finish up this game in the first half, but there was nobody to bury the goal. There was so many chances coming right, left, and center until the second half started. And what a free kick for Reece James. Reece James proved today that, yes, sometimes goals can actually not come from outfield plays. Goals can actually not come from the run of play, but one particular set piece can actually change everything. And what a free kick for Reece James. That is the free kick that is very far apart out of the 6 or 7 free kick that has been taken and scored in this Club World Cup. And that was a fantastic free. He caught the goalkeeper off guard and he scored, despite the goalkeeper being present in multiple saves, you know. And also, most of those guys are so good defensively for Benfica. And let's talk about a few of the players that actually did well, you know, today. Now, let's talk about Lavia. Lavia and Caicedo today were superb. See, by the way, Caicedo was given the man of the match, but Lavia today was a rock in midfield. Lavia controlled the game. See, Lavia controlled the pace of the game. Lavia controlled defensively solid, attacking wise solid. It was everywhere. Kudos to Lavia, kudos to Caicedo, because the pair of those two players were super good today. These guys showed that, yes, they can actually be a different style of play for Chelsea, and Chelsea is going to try. So, very good, you know, play from Lavia and Caicedo. I've been always singing the praise of Lavia anytime he plays for Chelsea this season. Another player that did well for me today is Cucurella. Wonderful player, wonderful play from Cucurella. He played 120 minutes. How he played from the very first minute to the last minute was superb. The energy, the bumping forward. Yes, he lost so many chances, you know, he would have scored like hat-trick in the first half. He lost so many chances, but how he played was fantastic. Defensively, he was solid. Attacking wise, he was there. He was everywhere. Most of the time, he gets clean tackles. But the referee, which he knows, I don't know what the plans of the referee, but the referee most times frustrated the Chelsea players. But what a game for Cucurella. Another player that actually impressed me today is from the opponent, the goalkeeper of Benfica. 7 saves already in the first half. Then the second half, he made another saves again. He was so good. He was super, super good. The number 4, Antonio Silva. Chelsea should pull out that check and get that guy. Such a fantastic player. He wears the number 4 jersey for Benfica. Such a very, very good player. He played well today as well. James was superb. Neto in the extra time. See, one thing I love about Neto is work rate. Fantastic work rate. From the very first half, how he bumps forward, comes back, bumps forward, comes back, bumps forward. That is how you perform. That is how you perform at the biggest stage. He played 120 minutes and he got the 3rd goal for Chelsea. Very, very good player. This is his 3rd goal in this competition already, and he has been a revelation in this Club World Cup. He is so good that how he performs alone. He has added goal scoring into his game, and I love that fact about him. So, super performance from Pedro Neto today. Fantastic player today. Gusto came into the game in the second half. He didn't really start well, but, you know, as the game goes by, he did well. Especially in the extra time, he performed excellently well. He was everywhere. He was in midfield. After he conceded that penalty, he was in midfield. He was attacking. He was everywhere. So kudos to Gusto. He played absolutely well today. Then the players that didn't really even, you know, impress me today are 2 players. Number 1 is Enzo. Yes, he wasn't playing in his rightful position. Yes, he wasn't played where he would have preferred to play. But trust me, today Enzo was not it at all. He was hooked off the game, you know, in the second half. It didn't really affect the game at all. No. Enzo today was like a passenger. Yes, he has performed very well in the first game we played, the second game we played. But you see, in this match, he didn't really show what is what. Yes, I know the formations was switched. Probably that was why he didn't really perform. So obviously next game against Palmeiras, he's going to do better. The lab today, I have no idea why he performed this way. The lab today didn't really perform to how he was supposed to perform. The lab today didn't really perform the way he is known for. His hold-up play was not good today. His link-up play was not good today. Yes, we could say we are harsh on him, but he's just coming to the team. He needs time to adapt to the team. He needs time to adapt to how the team used to play. And kudos to Maresca for always trusting these guys and for giving these guys time to, to adapt. So I believe next time he's going to do better. But trust me, this game today, the lap was not it at all. And the ugly part of this game was the Caicedo yellow card. He's going to miss the next game against Palmeiras. I know how Caicedo wants to play this game. There was a time he got a knee injury in this match. I was shivering. I was like, God, please just help us, because this guy is so important to this Chelsea team. He's so important to the way Maresca plays. He's so important to the style of play. He's so important to the team in general. So very sad one for Caicedo. Is going to miss the next one, but I trust Enzo and Lavia to, and Maresca to, come up with something and make that game actually, winnable for Chelsea. This Palmeiras side, I know is smart. They're a very good team, but trust me, I think with Lavia, with the way Lavia is playing, with the form Lavia is in, I think he's going to do well in that match, and I think he's going to play really, really well, with Enzo. We had so much expectation from the Benfica attack. The likes of Palbidis, the likes of Di Maria, they didn't really come to the party. The only time I saw Di Maria was the free kick. Yes, he got some attempts, to actually score, but the only time he was very, very effective was the penalty, rather. It was just the penalty. Yes, he got the penalty, the equalizing goal for Benfica, and after that, they still pushed until they got a red card and they dropped back, and Chelsea, overpowered them, and Chelsea won the game. So it was a very, very good goal for Chelsea. And the last goal came from Dewsbury-Hall. Fantastic play for Chelsea. Nkunku got the second goal. Neto got the third goal. Then Dewsbury-Hall sealed it off for Chelsea. So just like the Conference League, Chelsea won 4-1. It was a very tough game for Chelsea. End-to-end game, end-to-end fixture. Even the weather also, disrupted the game at some point. But obviously, at the end of the day, Chelsea got the most important victory to qualify to the next round. That is the quarter-final of this Club World Cup. And with the way Chelsea is playing, trust me, they are going to do well and they're going to go far. What do you think about this Chelsea performance today? What do you think about the Reece James free kick, the Caicedo's performance, the Neto's performance, and every other thing I've actually spoken about today? Please let me know and share your thoughts in the comment. Until I come your way again next time, I remain your boy Mike Way. Stay cool. Cheers.